This episode is brought to you by Italian Soundscape. All right, get ready, because today we are going to be stepping into Vatican City. Vatican City, the smallest country in the world, the heart of the Catholic Church.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine all that history, all that art from like centuries ago.
Mm-hmm.
Just incredible. So we've been like digging through all the research that you gave us.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Did you know it's smaller than Central Park?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
We're talking Michelangelo's Pietà, that incredible dome on St. Peter's Basilica.
Mm-hmm.
And there's even like secret underground tombs.
What strikes me about the Vatican is like the sort of sacredness and like the artist. You're not just like going through and checking things off your list. You're like really immersed in the atmosphere, the history, the beauty of it all. It's like an experience. It's more than just sightseeing.
So before we get lost in the must-sees, let's get oriented. Like, give us Vatican City 101.
Okay. Vatican City is actually just 110 acres.
Wow.
And it has a population of around 800 people.
What?
Yeah.
800 people.
Mostly clergy and the Swiss Guard.
That's tiny. Wait, the Swiss Guard. Those guys in the colorful uniforms, are they actually from Switzerland?
Every single one of them.
Wow.
And they pledge to protect the Pope and the Vatican. And those iconic uniforms straight out of the Renaissance. But even more fascinating is their history. I mean, they've been around since the 1500s. A continuous line of protectors for the Vatican.
That's a dedicated security force.
Okay.
Okay, so it's small, uniquely guarded. What else should we know, like, before we go? Like, I'm guessing timing is key when you go there.
Absolutely. Spring and fall are like the sweet spot. You get great weather, smaller crowds compared to the summer rush. And do yourself a favor. Book tickets online, especially for the Vatican Museums and St. Peter's Basilica.
Yeah.
You'll thank me later when you don't have to wait in those lines for hours.
Yeah, nobody wants to waste time in line. St. Peter's Basilica, everyone says it's a must-see. What makes it so special?
It's not just a church. I mean, it's an architectural and artistic masterpiece. Step inside, and you are just enveloped by Michelangelo's dome. It's soaring overhead. Wow.
You've got Bernini's baldachin, this ornate bronze canopy over the altar. It just inspires this sense of awe and grandeur when you're in there.
Okay, so it's not just about the religious significance then, it's the art too.
Exactly. Bernini, for example, he went beyond just the aesthetics of the piece. He used perspective and light to draw your eye to the altar. So he was creating a dramatic, almost theatrical experience for the visitor.
I'm getting chills just thinking about that. Speaking of breathtaking views, I read about climbing to the top of the dome. What's that like?
Oh, it is incredible. Imagine standing above Rome. You've got this panorama stretching from the Colosseum to the Tiber River, a completely different perspective of the city, and it's such a powerful experience, even if you're not religious. Plus, you get to see the intricate details of Michelangelo's dome up close.
Okay, 2 must-dos already. See the Basilica, climb to the top of the dome. Anything else that we shouldn't miss? What about those papal audiences in St. Peter's Square? Attending a papal audience, regardless of your faith, there's this palpable energy in the square when the Pope addresses the crowd. It's a chance to witness a tradition that's been going on for centuries.
Okay, I'm adding that to the list. Now on to the art. We've got the Sistine Chapel, the Raphael rooms,
Yeah.
gallery of maps. It's a lot.
Yeah, it's overwhelming.
Where do we even begin?
The Vatican Museums house such a mind-boggling collection.
Yeah.
You know, the Sistine Chapel is iconic, of course, and pictures don't do it justice. To stand beneath Michelangelo's frescoes.
Yeah.
Especially the Last Judgment on the altar wall, you feel their power firsthand. Massive, intricate, and profoundly moving.
Wow. What about the Raphael rooms and the gallery of maps?
Okay, so the Raphael rooms are actually a series of rooms in the Papal Palace, each one decorated by frescoes by Raphael and his students. It's like their graphic novels, each room unfolding a different story. And as for the gallery of maps, it's exactly what it sounds like. Walls lined with gigantic maps. But they're more than just geographical tools. They're works of art. Incredible detail showcasing the knowledge and the artistry of the time. It's like stepping back into a different era.
So we've got the famous masterpieces, but I'm all about those, like, hidden gems.
Okay.
Spill the secrets. So what about the Vatican Gardens? Are they really that tranquil?
The Vatican Gardens are a sanctuary.
Oh, wow.
A place of peace and reflection right in the heart of this bustling city. Fountains, sculptures, ancient ruins. You can almost feel the weight of history there. And the gardens themselves are a blend of art and nature, a testament to human creativity working with the natural world.
It's like a secret escape within a secret escape. What else is hidden away in the Vatican?
Well, for the adventurous, there's the necropolis beneath St. Peter's Basilica.
Oh, wow.
Think ancient Roman tombs, including what is believed to be St. Peter's burial site. You're walking through history, literally layers upon layers of it.
Oh.
It requires special permission to visit, adding to the allure.
That one is going straight to the top of my list. And what about the Vatican Library? I know it's not like super accessible, but with all those like ancient manuscripts and rare books, it must be incredible. What makes it so special?
Well, it's more than a library. It's a repository of knowledge, a testament to the preservation of history and thought through the centuries. It's a place that sparks the imagination. Even if we can't browse the stacks ourselves, imagine the secrets held within those ancient texts.
I can only dream. So we've covered art history, secret tombs. What about the spiritual aspect? I mean, a lot of people go to the Vatican for that firsthand experience, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Attending Mass at St. Peter's Basilica is unlike any other religious service. It's a multi-sensory experience. You've got the grandeur of the setting, music echoing through the space,
Wow.
centuries-old rituals. It creates a powerful atmosphere that really transcends any specific faith.
Soaking up that atmosphere definitely sounds special. What if someone wants to attend a Mass or like even see the Pope? Is that possible?
Absolutely. Mass schedules are online, and papal audiences are held regularly in St. Peter's Square.
Oh, okay.
Tickets are usually required, but they're free. Just make sure to request them well in advance.
Good to know. All this exploring is going to work up an appetite. What about food? I imagine dining options within the Vatican itself are limited.
Yeah, you're right. But remember, you're in Rome. Right outside those Vatican walls, you'll find trattorias that are bursting with authentic Roman cuisine.
Yeah.
Places like Osteria Dino e Toni, known for their traditional dishes. Or Pizzeria and Banchi. You can grab some of the city's best pizza.
So we're talking culture and amazing food all in one trip. Perfect.
It's the beauty of experiencing the Vatican. It's not just one thing. It's the history, the art, the spirituality, and even culinary delights all interwoven. It's a feast for the senses.
This has been eye-opening. We've barely scratched the surface, but I feel like I have a much better sense of like what to expect when visiting the Vatican.
Oh, you've only just begun to uncover the layers of this incredible place.
This is fascinating. Let's continue our journey through Vatican City after a quick message. We'll be right back with more insights, so stay tuned.
We were talking about how the Vatican, it's so much more than just like a bunch of famous sites. It's like a living, breathing place.
Yeah, it's easy to get caught up in those like tourist attractions.
Sure.
But there's a whole community there, like behind the scenes,
Yeah.
keeping everything running.
Exactly. It's not just the clergy. I mean, you have gardeners tending to the beautiful gardens, security personnel ensuring everyone's safety, museum staff guiding the visitors. It's like a small city inside of a city.
I wonder what it would be like to live there. To just walk those streets every day, surrounded by like all that history and art.
Imagine that feeling of history underfoot, masterpieces at every turn. I think it would be both humbling and inspiring.
Speaking of awe-inspiring, you mentioned those views from the top of St. Peter's Dome. I've heard it's quite a climb.
551 steps to be exact.
Oh my goodness.
But the reward is breathtaking. You get this panorama of Rome. You can see everything. The Colosseum, the Tiber River, the sprawling city is laid out before you. Plus, you get a close-up view of the intricate details of Michelangelo's dome.
For those of us who aren't like marathon stair climbers,
Yeah,
is there an elevator?
there is. But it only takes you part way. You still have to tackle about 320 steps to get to the top. But trust me, those views are worth it. It's like a workout and a sightseeing adventure all rolled into one.
Okay, noted. So the Vatican Museums, they're massive. How do you even begin to navigate such a vast collection?
I would say prioritize what interests you. Are you drawn to ancient sculptures? Head to the Pio Clementino Museum. Does Renaissance art call to you? Then focus on the Raphael rooms and the Pinacoteca. They have masterpieces by Leonardo da Vinci and Caravaggio. The museum staff is also really knowledgeable, so don't be afraid to ask for recommendations.
So it's all about like crafting your own personalized journey through art history.
Exactly.
What about guided tours? Are those worth it?
Guided tours can be invaluable, especially if you want to really dive deeper. A good guide will bring the Vatican to life. They'll be able to share stories and insights that you would just miss on your own.
I'm thinking about like the necropolis, for example. I bet a guide would paint such a vivid picture of what life and death was like in ancient Rome.
Absolutely. They can tell you all about the people buried there, the rituals that surrounded death in ancient Rome, and how the site has evolved over time. It's like having a time travel expert by your side.
Wow. Okay, I'm sold on the guided tours. Now let's shift gears a bit and talk about something that's always on my mind when I travel. Souvenirs. What are some unique things that you can find in Vatican City?
Well, you've got your usual, postcards, magnets, keychains, but if you want something truly special, check out the official Vatican gift shops. They offer really unique items: rosaries, medals, religious artifacts. Some are even blessed by the Pope.
Well, blessed by the Pope. That's a really cool souvenir.
I know.
What else?
You can find stunning prints of famous artwork, books about the Vatican's history and art. They even have Vatican City postage
Oh,
stamps.
postage stamps. Those are a great idea.
Yeah.
Unique, affordable, easy to pack.
Exactly. And don't forget about the culinary souvenirs. Pick up some gourmet treats like artisanal chocolates, locally produced olive oil.
Yeah.
You can find those in the shops right outside the Vatican walls.
So many options. I think it's easy to forget, but the Vatican is also like a really important religious place for millions of people.
That's true. And even if you're not religious, there's just this palpable reverence that you feel within those walls, a sense of something sacred.
For those who are interested in experiencing like the spiritual side, what are some things that they should keep in mind?
Definitely dress modestly, be respectful of those who are there to pray,
Yeah,
and just observe the customs of the church. It's all about honoring the sanctity of the place.
makes sense. So we've covered the art, the history, the spiritual side, even souvenirs and food. Is there anything else that someone should know, like before their visit? Any insider tips?
Be prepared for crowds, especially during peak season. The Vatican is popular for a reason,
Hmm.
and while it's generally safe, be aware of your surroundings, just like you would in any major tourist destination. Keep your belongings close and watch out for pickpockets.
Solid advice. Anything else?
Most importantly, come with an open mind and a sense of wonder. The Vatican has this way of challenging your perceptions, sparking your imagination, and leaving a lasting impression.
Beautifully put. I've learned so much today.
Me too.
This journey through Vatican City has been so inspiring.
It's amazing how such a small place can hold so much history, art, and significance.
Before we wrap up, I have one last question. If someone could only experience one thing in Vatican City, what would you recommend?
That's a tough one. But if I had to choose, I would say stand in St. Peter's Square, gaze up at the Basilica, and let that sheer scale and grandeur just wash over you. I think that moment really encapsulates the essence of the Vatican.
I love that. It's about like taking a moment to appreciate the history, the artistry, and the spirituality that surrounds you.
Exactly. It's about experiencing the Vatican on a visceral level.
That's a perfect note to end on. We've explored the highlights, uncovered some hidden gems, and really discovered what makes the Vatican so unique.
And we've only just scratched the surface. There's always more to learn and experience in this incredible place.
Thank you for joining us on this journey to Vatican City. We hope you've enjoyed learning about its fascinating history, awe-inspiring art, and the unique experience it offers to visitors from all over the world.
We encourage you to explore further, whether it's through planning your dream trip or diving into the wealth of information that's available online.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep seeking out those experiences that broaden your horizons and enrich your life. You know, after all, that I am ready to book a trip to Rome right now. Vatican City is like at the top of my travel list.
Yeah, it really is a place that stays with you, the history, the art, that feeling of something larger than yourself, just unforgettable.
It's made me realize that the Vatican, it's so much more than just a religious center. It's like a symbol of human creativity, cultural heritage, and like how art can transcend time and belief.
It really is. Think about it. The Vatican is a testament to that human spirit, that drive to create, to explore, to seek meaning. It's inspiring, no matter what your background is.
Yeah, it's like a reminder that even though the world can feel really divided at times, there are places that bring people together, places that evoke awe and wonder and remind us of our shared humanity.
I think that's like the key takeaway from exploring the Vatican. It has the potential to shift your perspective on the world, on history, even on your own sense of spirituality.
So to our listeners, if you're thinking about going to Rome, make sure to put Vatican City at the top of your list. And even if like a trip isn't possible right now, you can always check out those virtual tours online. They're amazing.
Yeah, those virtual tours are a great way to start planning your trip or just immerse yourself in the beauty and history of the Vatican.
Well, thank you for joining us on this incredible journey through Vatican City. I feel like we've only just begun to uncover its secrets, but I hope we've sparked your curiosity and inspired you to learn more.
Remember, the world is full of fascinating places just waiting to be discovered. Keep exploring, keep learning, and keep seeking out those experiences that enrich your life.
And that's it for this episode. We'll see you next time.